I've used ChatGPT for that, but I think that Claude does it more brilliantly. And Claude also is better with visual returns of information, meaning that you can literally ask Claude to give you all this context in the form of a deck, in the form of a document. Like, it will pictorially and visually give you the information that you're looking for, and you can just download it as a document, a deck, or whatever the case may be. You start asking for stuff like that in ChatGPT, it's not as smart.
Yeah,
it's not the nerd.
I see GPT is kind of like a notebook, and Claude
Fair.
is sort of like this database, like this main place that you can do all these different things.
Yeah, Claude, you can do a lot. Like, Claude
Yeah.
is trying to be like, and also, quick sidebar, but like, as a business owner, you kind of got to be mindful of like how you use Claude's API, because it almost makes you feel like if all these businesses who are trying to be AI forward are using like your API just basically means something that allows one product to talk to another and exchange information. It makes you wonder, as a business owner, if I'm using Claude's API to build out my products, are y'all just like studying what people are building and like just trying to remake it yourself? Because every day it's like, it's Claude Design, Claude Code, regular Claude is the GPT. Then I think there's something called Claude Content. I don't know if that was real or not, but like every other day, Claude is pushing out. If it's not real, it's coming out tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
Like, they always have something. And if you are a faithful user of a thing, it is nice and easy when they build a bunch of stuff that you want. But then you got to also wonder, like, damn, like, are y'all just like robbing other people of opportunities to have businesses in these spaces too? Sidebar.
Of course they are.
They really are. But, you know, you pay that $20 a month and, you know, you get all these things, you're kind of happy about it. Hence why I say we're all kind of guilty of like saying that we care so much about something to be better, but we still be spending our money on things that are questionable. So we're all guilty of it. How do we respectfully challenge it? Whole different sidebar. Gemini, researcher. Straight up, like, and Perplexity, same thing. Straight up, I'm asking it to give me, like, let's say if I'm doing market research for like my business, like, yo, tell me more about this market of social, professional, creative, white collar, economic mobility, whatever it is, and I want links. I need you to give me the links to the resources that you're pulling this information from. I feel like those two platforms make research a lot easier. So between all of these different tools that are these chatbot interface-like platforms, that's how I'm using them on a day-to-day to figure out how I'm progressing my business. If I'm thinking personal stuff, yeah, ChatGPT. If I'm like lazy, just like regular or whatever day-to-day stuff, ChatGPT. If I use Claude, it's because like I'm making a checklist for my trip to Colombia. And that's pretty much it.
Do they all have different personalities because you use them differently? Yeah,
like when I speak to Perplexity and Gemini, because they're not getting so much context from me on a personal level, just business, it's very serious toned. ChatGPT, very much so, as a product, it just has the most like regular, basic, chill vibe anyway.
Like, hey, girl.
Yeah, okay, right. So it's like, and because you talk to it like, both personal and professional, like you'll get that very chill emoji, hey, oh, my bad. Like you'll get that tone from it. And Claude is kind of like that colleague of yours who's kind of becoming a friend. It's like dancing between like, let me keep it serious, but let me like key with you a little bit. That's like my relationship with Claude. It's like, it wants to like talk to me a little like we cool, but it's like not really sure yet. So
it's warming up to that.
Yeah, I mean we have this habit, a human like interaction. I feel like as humans, we have a tendency to like, I guess, humanify or personify, whatever you want to call it, like tools and things around us. And I feel like these chatbots are a reflection of that. Like you talk to it so much, it's kind of like people give ChatGPT a name. I heard ChatGPT show. I'm like, oh, okay. Like everybody got people, Claudie, like everybody, all these tools get a nickname. I haven't given them one yet. But like when you interact with tech so often, it almost just becomes like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it a name because it's like my person, my rock, my friend, or whatever. But that's how I use those tools.
Do you find yourself being really conversational, as in like you almost forget that you're
not there yet?
No,
I know what I'm using. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Like I feel like
I'm looking out for you.
Yeah. I don't feel that yet. And I hear so many stories about people who sadly reach that point, and not in a good one for their health, where they're venting to it in a certain way where it becomes their therapist and stuff. And that's very scary because it's not meant to be that. So I do feel for people who end up in those situations. Hence why I think community is so important, because if we have more people that we trust with our personal business, you probably wouldn't be like talking to it about, how we feel for real. Like, it's one thing to like vent, and it's another thing to like seek information. I don't have any opposition to people using AI to find mental health resources, hopefully find what practices they should be reaching out to or whatever the case may be. But I do feel sad when people feel like they don't have anybody trusting enough around them to vent to, and now this thing that just basically operates off of like data on the internet becomes like your safe haven. It's like weird. And I feel bad.
Yeah,
because I get it.
It's still just an app with words right now. Imagine
That's
when it
all
sort
it
of takes
is.
on this
It's not a person.
personified, face and this human sort of like, I don't know, like when they embody it in some sort of mannequin or something like that, like a walking robot.
Like the robots next. Like they've been trying to build these robots for mad long, and somehow this version of AI, I guess, beat that version. I mean, Tesla had a robot for like 2 seconds on the internet that I never saw it again. Like,
right.
I'm like, what happened to that robot? I don't want it. That one, I'm not gonna lie, and maybe I will when it's really like mainstream. That one I feel funny about. I don't want no thing in my house that's not a human being so much bigger than me, and it's just like living there. Like I just feel like
Yeah,
I don't know
need
about that. I don't know about that. Like
I would like, soon enough. This may even be like the next couple years. Like I get this. This would be like GI, like general intelligence, would be like, at all times, I'd like something that can sort of complete different tasks or help me with something that's like very easily accessible.
Yeah.
That has like a very loose interface, not something that I have to like log into. But I don't know if I want it to be like there.
Walking in my house. Like, I don't know
what
about
the
that.
hell?
Like, why is this thing in my home? Then you have all these movies about the robots that actually look like a human. But I'm just like, damn, I don't know about that. That's a bit much for me.
I mean, we're going there. That's like,
No,
we're so
100%.
early in this. And we're so young that it's like, what we're going to see when we're older is like unimaginable. Like we literally couldn't even imagine what that will look like.
Like millennials in particular, like we really grew up with like mad phases of like how tech has evolved, right? From those big ass, phones to flip phone, or like the regular Nokia to flip phones to sidekicks, and this concept of the internet and the computer being in your phone to social media to AI we're living through so much of it that, to your point, mainstream robot like adoption might just be like around the corner. I don't know how I feel about that one though. Like I said, I don't want nothing that big I'm 5'2". Like you, and even if it's my height, I just feel like you might want to square up with me. I don't like that. I don't want that in my house. I just don't. But I'll stop there. I don't know what your thoughts are for the wrap up for the conversation, but I do want to like give a perspective about like pivoting. I feel like we talk so much about AI in terms of the tools that we use, the adoption, and etc. But like I want to talk more about like even asking you a question. What does it mean to pivot, like in your career, in your life, because of how much things are changing? Like, how do you pivot? How important is pivoting to you?
That's a great question, because I think people see career as like a linear thing, to where it's like you're starting here and then you're growing up and up and up, and then eventually like you make it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. At least for me, I'm very purpose driven.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? Where am I trying to go?
Yeah.
What am I trying to accomplish, and how can I get there?
Yeah.
I don't think of just like I'm gonna get a job that's the best paying job.
Yeah.
And make the most money, and then I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna use that to supplement my lifestyle. That's what most people do, for sure. It's just like, what's the highest number? I look to do things, and whatever fits into that is how I'll pivot. So for journalism originally, I wanted to be a journalist and like sit at the desk and like go do stories and stuff like that. And once I got there, it's like that's what I was dreaming about. But like I'm here and I'm doing it, and it's great. But then also like the media business changed a lot. I mean, it was COVID right after that, so things changed a lot. And once things went remote, I don't know, I just felt sort of like distant from it. And I was working in business news for a long time. I'm like, this is just not what I want to do.
Yeah.
Not that I ever pivoted specifically from journalism, but from big media I did. And I was like, I want to cover the things that I care about. And I want to do it independently. And so when I started doing that, I was like, okay, this is a pivot that is way less stable, and it's way more like there's nobody around me. There's nobody with me. It's just me.
Yeah.
But I'm still working towards what I want.
Yeah. And
then further than that, I figured out, okay, now I can get creative with that and, do events and build communities and, ultimately monetize things that I wanted to build. And once I did, now I can find different ways to make money off of it.
Yep.
Why make money? Because you got to pay your bills and stuff like that. But further than that, you can start to build even more stuff that will fulfill both your passions and your sort of economic necessities.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now is like I see jobs and money and stuff like that as like those are just tools.
Yeah.
Those aren't not at all the
money
ends.
is literally a tool.
It's just a tool.
Like you
and
should not love money. Like you shouldn't
It's crazy.
idolize money. Like money is an exchange. It was made to exchange.
And buy your time back. So when you said earlier that AI helps buy time back, that's what I've been doing for a couple of years. It's like
100%.
I've gotten like 5+ years of work done in 2 years or less.
Hello.
It's not just because of the AI. It's my savvy and the sort of the connections I have and stuff like that. But
sure.
It's mostly being able to leverage my time back. And what do I do with that time? Maybe buy some more, make some money to make my life easier and stuff like that.
Yep.
And also, like you said, I never really valued money like that.
It's not to be valued.
I value hard work. I value building things. And that's also how you make money. I value taking risks. That's really how you make money.
Yeah.
So as far as pivoting, I see it to where it's like, if my goal is calling me in this whole other direction, but I still have my eyes on the prize, I'll do it.
Yeah.
If somebody's like, hey, I have this opportunity up in Alaska. There's this guy that has been doing outdoor stuff for the longest time, and he organized people, and he's actually a journalist, and he's starting this thing, and he's looking for somebody, and I recommended you, but hey, you have to turn your whole life around for a year.
Yeah.
I am probably going to consider that. Is it different from everything that I've been doing? Yes. But if the opportunity serves my goal, and if I know what my goal is and I do, then I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, I'm going to make more money here and, this job's paying like $90K. It's like, I got to take it. It's like, bro, what? Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Like, you got to keep your eyes on the prize. Like, if you have what is it? If you have the what, no. If you have the why, you'll figure out the how.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
If you know why you do something, you'll figure out how to do it.
100%.
If you know what you're doing it for, you'll figure out how to do it.
100%.
So for me, it's like your career and your life. I like to align my career and my work with my passion and my soul and all that stuff.
I kind of need to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, every day is a drag.
Yeah, because like work, then it'll feel like strict labor alone. Like,
And it's not enough.
9 to 5, that's a lot. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, spending that much time on something you have no interest, concern, or passion for,
It's kind of crazy.
it drains you. It's another reason why people have so much money and be unhappy, because if you are chasing something that has no meaning other than exchange, aka money, you can't be happy because there's nothing fulfilling about money. If you have a reason for why you want that money, you find fulfillment in being able to constantly use money to achieve that thing. I think that people who use money to fulfill something that they care deeply about, there's that equilibrium there that allows them to thrive more versus someone who's just like, I heard it's good to have money.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get it. And now
And you don't even know why.
You have to have a why. And, I had a choir teacher, and he was telling us, he was like, God has given everybody a genius, but everybody won't live their lives discovering what that genius is. And your ability to discover it also looks like trying things. Like to your point about people settling on opportunity, sometimes, okay, for your livelihood, you might have to take something, but are you still allocating time to try out other things that can become the thing that you're passionate about? And now the next step is figuring out, now that I know what I'm passionate about, how do I make that my life? But if you just take something for the sake of taking something and never make time to explore, you'll never discover a life worth living, just a life worth surviving. And I don't want that on anybody.
That was tough.
Yeah,
That was
you
good.
don't
I
see
think that's a good way to wrap that one up.
That was good.
That was a mic drop real quick.
I didn't play that one, but it kind of flowed nice too. I was like, a bar? Hold on, Drew. Like, you poetic with it? Like, but yeah.
Okay, so Drew, let's give some people some resources, some things that where they can find you, social media, but also your platform. Just give a quick wrap up on it so people can get your stuff.
LinkedIn, my name, Jerlisa Fontaine. Anything like TikTok or Instagram, JujuFontaine_. If you want to learn more about Hugh Capital and what we can do to help you better connect with other creatives, professionals, and founders, HughCapital.co.